JBN, we keep you informed. Reneto Adams says 50 years before parole. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Adams is totally against early release for certain crimes. Retired crime fighter Reneto Adams believes that criminals who do premeditated crimes should not be eligible for parole until they have spent 50 years in prison. Adams said, if you observe in America when you are arrested and charged for certain offences, you are gone for no fewer than probably 50 years. If you are considered for parole, my recommendation would be that they have to do 50 years. Following the release of former gang leader of the Gideon Warriors, Tyndale, otherwise called Richie Poo, from prison on parole, Adams, who retired from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, at the rank of Senior Superintendent of Police in 2012, said, those people who deliberately go to kill and rob, rape and burn should not get parole. He believes that convicts oftentimes pretend to be Christians in order to leave prison early. He said that he would like for the parole board to revisit what they use to determine how a person gets parole. Before the recent release of Richie Poo, a murder convict, Linton Stevenson, otherwise called Jawbone, is implicated in the gruesome murder of Kimmy Campbell, whose body was found in an igloo in a motor car along Marshall's Pen Road in Manchester on August 28. Stevenson was convicted in St. Thomas for wounding in 1980. He was later convicted in the Home Circuit Court for murder in 2007 and is sentenced to 15 years, 8 of which he served before he was released on parole. He then became a deacon in the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Mandeville. Stevenson, who the police listed as a suspect in Campbell's murder, was found dead in his home. It is suspected that he committed suicide. Richie Poo, on the other hand, has been tried in court on multiple charges of murder, robbery with aggravation, wounding with intent, and illegal possession of firearms since 2005. He was sentenced to a total of 30 years on each charge, which would be 90 years to run concurrently, which would be 30 years. His release has reportedly triggered a directive from the National Security Council to the Ministry of National Security to carry out the review after the security forces raised concern about parole being granted to offenders whose release has been assessed as being contrary to the public interest given the magnitude of their criminal antecedents. While reflecting on both cases, Adams said the state must take a strong position to ensure that dangerous criminals are not released into the society. Adams said, if you make a mistake in the rush of the moment, not premeditated, I have no problem for them getting a parole over a reasonable time, probably 10 years. Many of these people come out and commit even worse crimes than they had committed before going to prison. And people will say, we don't have the evidence. But these people who would have spent time in prison harmonizing how they do crime without being detected and without being caught, he added. In light of this, Adams believed that the parole board should look at the nature of the crime and what has been done in determining whether or not to let out a criminal, instead of taking their Christian word for it. He said, we have such a severe crime problem in Jamaica. I am not sure why they're in such a hurry to send these people back on the street. From what I've seen, the chief element of action is to say they are Christians and quick, they are paroled because I hear that they have changed. But when they come out, they start their criminal activities. Not all do it, but it is just as dangerous when you send an innocent man to prison as it is to send out these criminals. So tell me in the comments, what do you think? Do you agree with Reneto Adams that 50 years is what they should serve before getting parole? Give us your feedback. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.